Saddam Sayyaleh is the founder of iLearn, a Jordan organization that creates sustainable education opportunities and safe knowledge spaces for children and youth in rural and disenfranchised communities in Jordan. And he's also working on the youth PVE project with UNESCO.
I was thinking, like, what can I do to the children? I was one of them in the camp. And from there, I thought that education is a key. I thought they need to see what I saw. And I created something called iLearn. And it was a response to my personal experience and also to the support of my friends who agreed with me that we need to start creating safe spaces where young people can express themselves, can gain opportunities and gain skills, and also see the potentials that they have. I would just like let you to imagine, think of it as a tree, and usually you have one apple if you always lived in the camp. But if you have a space that offers you opportunities or skills, think of it as more apples. So the young person can pick the apple that they would like to, instead of having one apple that they're stuck with.
To get your insight on how should young people be engaged in peace building and PVE, according to you?
Yeah. Thank you, Hamza. That was amazing. Maybe I'm a big supporter of informal education, extracurricular activities. I believe it adds a huge value to children, especially because when we grow, our minds are free, or our minds are not limited anymore. So the idea is we have these challenges. We absolutely do as young people. But we have a huge, huge problem with miscommunication. I'm here on this table today, and I don't feel young people are listening to me today. I feel like I'm talking to the UN, I'm talking to the people in this room, but I feel like we need to communicate in a bigger scale. Because we're sharing our stories with a group of people in this room, but I feel the bigger audience, which is the young people that we're trying to talk to, we need to reach them in a way or another. So I feel there is a media gap. There's a huge, huge media gap regarding how young people are receiving information and how are we thinking that we're reaching out to them. So we need to think of ways on delivering information that is essential to the needs of young people on the ground. And whether that by using grassroots organizations to deliver this information or talking to young leaders to use social media, for example, because it's a huge thing right now for young people, like that they use to receive information. And let's all agree, I mean, Jordan just recently had a lot of problems and protests because of the socioeconomic problem and the challenges economically. And right now we have 60,000 Syrian refugees in the borders, and we can't let them in because of the economy. And all I'm thinking about is I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, reading what's happening back home, and I don't know what's real. Really, I don't know what's real. The information that we're receiving is completely like, it's a mixed feeling. Is it real? It's not. We read two tweets from two government officials, and they both are different, so we don't know. And misinformation is a huge issue right now that creates hate speech, that creates division, that promotes individualism. And young people, they don't see themselves in a global perspective. They see themselves in a very, like, my town, my village, my city, instead of seeing, what is the concern of the world right now. And this is like something I would love, for you to see. We're talking about youth leadership and security and PVE. In 2015, the Crown Prince of Jordan, he launched Amman Youth Declaration. And I believe everyone should read it. He brought everyone from different parts of the world to create the Amman Youth Declaration. And I think it was part of the progress study, if I'm not mistaken, or the resolution. And when I was reading it, there's so many things, and even the progress study that tackles a lot of what youth think or what they want. And looking at it is just, we need to start to think on how can we take these like words in a paper and putting it on the ground. We all know most of the problems. and we know what are the challenges. All we need to think about is, so how can we deliver the solutions? So it's all about delivering right now. I feel like we're in a point in life where we need to start doing action, more action and less talking. This is what I this is my slogan at work. So it's like less talking, let's do more.